I would like to welcome you all to my YouTube channel Anjana's Education. Today I am dealing a new chapter of plus 2 first year English, Art, Science and Commerce. The first topic is Standing Up for Yourself, which is written by Yevgeny Yevtushenko. So, introducing the author, Yevgeny Yevtushenko was born in the year 1933. He is a Russian poet, novelist, essayist, dramatist, and screenwriter, actor, editor, and director of films. So there is nothing to speak about the writer. It is mentioned clearly here at the top. I'm directly coming to the text. Actually, it is the story of the writer, how he was born and how he was brought up in the street. What was his education? How did he grow up? And with whom he came across? And how did he lead his life? How did he struggle? And many more things we will come to know throughout the discussion. So before coming to the discussion, I would like to tell you the text, the warm up which is here. Have you ever come across a child deserted by parents? ଗୋଟେ child ବା ଗୋଟେ ଶିଶୁକୁ ଆମେ କେବେ ଦେଖିଛେ କି ଯିଏ ତାର ପ୍ୟାରେଣ୍ଟସ୍ ଠାରୁ ଅଲଗା ହେଇଯାଇଛି? So kind of chapter we are going to discuss today. ସେଇଭଳିଆ ଗୋଟେ କିଛି chapter ଯେ how the writer as a child has been deserted by his parents, ତାଙ୍କର ପ୍ୟାରେଣ୍ଟସ୍ ମାନଙ୍କ ଠାରୁ ସେ ଅଲଗା ହେଇଯାଇଛନ୍ତି, and then how did he struggle ସେ ବିଷୟରେ ଆମେ ଜାଣିବା, and what was his education, those kind of things we are going to discuss. So there is an example of this kind of chapter. There is Slumdog Millionaire. There is a movie we can see and we can watch on television. It is available on YouTube also. We can find different characters there. How do they struggle? Se kotha ame jani paribo semane kemti struggle kan. So the text in 41, I was living alone in an empty flat in a quite Moscow street. Moscow koile Russia hochi gote jagar na au tar capital hochi Moscow. The story belongs to that place. The writer used to live there. In 41, the name of that street, as I was living alone, the writer was living alone. Se ekutia rohutile because my parents were divorced and my father was somewhere in Kazakhstan with his new wife and their two children. ବାପା ତାଙ୍କର ଅଲଗା ହେଇଯାଇଥିଲେ ମାଆଙ୍କ ଠାରୁ, ବାପାଙ୍କର ନ୍ୟୁ ୱାଇଫ୍ ଥିଲେ ଆଣ୍ଡ ହୁ ୱାଜ୍ ସେଟଲ୍ଡ ଇନ୍ କାଜାଖସ୍ତାନ ୱିଥ୍ ହିଜ୍ ଟୁ ଚିଲଡ୍ରନ୍. ଦୁଇଟା ଶିଶୁ ଥିଲେ ତାଙ୍କର, ତାଙ୍କ ସହିତ ସେ ସେଟଲ୍ ହେଇଥିଲେ ସେଠି କାଜାଖସ୍ତାନରେ, ସେ କଥା କହିଛନ୍ତି ରାଇଟର ଏଇଠି. ଆଣ୍ଡ ହି ୱାଜ୍ ଇନ୍ ଦ ମସ୍କୋ ଷ୍ଟ୍ରିଟ୍ ଆଲୋନ୍. So my mother was at the front. She had given up her work as a geologist to become a singer and was giving concert for the troops. So his mother was a singer and she had given up her job as a geologist. ଜଣେ ଜିଓଲୋଜିଷ୍ଟ ଭାବରେ ତାଙ୍କର ଜବ୍ କରୁଥିଲେ କିନ୍ତୁ ତାକୁ ସେ ତ୍ୟାଗ କରିଦେଇକି ରିଜାଇନ୍ ଦେଇକି ସେ କ'ଣ ହେଉଥିଲେ, ସି ୱାଣ୍ଟେଡ୍ ଟୁ ବିକମ୍ ଏ ସିଙ୍ଗର ହେବା ପାଇଁ ଚାହୁଁଥିଲେ, ଆଣ୍ଡ ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ ଇଜ୍ ୱାଇ ସି ୱାଜ୍ ଗିଭିଂ କନସର୍ଟସ୍ ଫର୍ ଦ ଟ୍ରୁଥ୍ ଆଣ୍ଡ ସି ୱାଜ୍ ଅର୍ଗାନାଇଜିଂ ଡିଫରେଣ୍ଟ ଇଭେଣ୍ଟସ୍ ଅଫ୍ ମ୍ୟୁଜିକ୍ ଇଭେଣ୍ଟସ୍ ସବୁ ଅର୍ଗାନାଇଜ୍ କରୁଥିଲେ କିଏ, ଦ ମଦର ଅଫ୍ ଦ ରାଇଟର. So my education, now we are moving to education and the study of the writer. My education was left to the street. The street taught me to swear, smoke, speak elegantly through my teeth, and to keep my fist at the ready, a habit which I have to this day. So what was writer's education? What was his primary education and what did he learn from the street? Actually he had no school, he had no parents, as I mentioned you in the beginning, and he used to live in the street, and that was, and his education was provided by the street ହିଁ ତାଙ୍କୁ ସମସ୍ତ ପ୍ରକାର ଏଜୁକେସନ୍ ଦେଇଥିଲା, ଭଲ ଆଉ କିଛି ଖରାପ. ଦ ଷ୍ଟ୍ରିଟ୍ ଟଟ୍ ମି ଟୁ ସ୍ୱେର୍, ଶପଥ କେମିତି ନିଆଯିବ, ପ୍ରତିଜ୍ଞା କେମିତି କରାଯାଇପାରିବ, କଥା କେମିତି ରଖାଯାଇପାରିବ ସେ ବିଷୟରେ. ସ୍ୱେର୍ କହିଲେ ଶପଥ ରଖିବା. ସ୍ମୋକ୍ ବୋଲି କହିଲେ ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ ଇଜ୍ ଅ ବ୍ୟାଡ୍ ଥିଙ୍ଗ ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ ହି ଲର୍ଣ୍ଣଡ୍, that was smoking, जोटा आम स्मोकिंग कथा कहूँ. नेक्स्ट हूँ स्पीच, छेप पकेवा, एलिजेंटली थ्रो माय टीथ. सो एंड टू कीप माय फिस्ट एट द रेडी, मुठा हाथ मुठा कर प्रस्तुत रहा समस्त प्रकार कार्य, दैट ही लर्नड फ्रॉम द स्ट्रीट. दैट वाज हिज एजुकेशन. So those are different habits and those are different educations that he learned from the street. That was his education in the primary level that I told you, and it was the education, and that was the education provided by the street at where the writer lived, joti se writer hothile. Another thing that the writer learned from the street taught me not to be afraid of anything or anyone. ତାଙ୍କୁ ସେଇ एजुकेशन मिलता से स्ट्रीट ठारू जे नॉट टू बी आफ्रेड ऑफ एनीथिंग और एनीवन क्या भी न डरवा किभली लोकों ठारू डर बा निजठू भय किभली दूर कर से विषय से शुणी दैट इज अनदर हैबिट आई हैव केप्ट एटा हूँ आउ गोटे अभ्यास आउ गोटे पाठ से शिखी से स्ट्रीट ठारू इन द नेक्स्ट लाइन आई रियलाइज दैट व्हाट मैटर्ड इन द स्ट्रगल so I realized that what mattered in the struggle for life was to overcome my fear of those who were stronger. Another thing that he learned from the street, it was another education the writer gained from the street, that how to overcome his fear of those who were stronger, जो माने बलशाली शक्तिशाली तांको ठार किभली भय दूर करवा से विषय से शिखी. We are moving the next unit. So in the previous unit we came to know about the writer, how he was separated from his parents, how his father was settled somewhere in Kazakhstan with his new wife and 2 children. On the other hand, we came to know about his mother, who was giving concept and who had already given up her job as a geologist and she wanted to become a singer. एसब जिन आम जान इन द प्रीवियस यूनिट. एंड व्हाट डिड द राइटर लर्न फ्रॉम द स्ट्रीट, दैट आल्सो वी केम टू नो. आम भी जानलु राइटर कौन कौन शिखिले सीट्रु, भल जिन उभय खराब जिन जेटा जाक जिन स्ट्रीट ठार शिखी. एक्चुअली वी डोंट हैव मच टाइम, दैट इज वी आर गोइंग वेरी क्विकली बिकॉज वी डोंट हैव मच टाइम एंड वी आर गोइंग टू फेस डिफरेंट एग्जामिनेशंस इन द नेक्स्ट. एंड at any cost we will have to complete this chapter. I have already prepared for that, but today I am making it because it will help you and it will enhance your knowledge, and we believe in quality. If you watch it till the end, it will help you. So I am coming to the next, that the warm up in the unit 2. Do you think the narrator was scared for someone in particular? जन को से बहुत भयंकर भाव रे डरुतले के राइटर. And who was that person? So who was that person the writer didn't like and he feared? किए से व्यक्ति जहाँ से बहुत गभीर भाव में डरुले भयंकर भाव में. द रूलर ऑफ आवर स्ट्रीट वाज ए बॉय अबाउट 16 who was nicknamed Red. Red नामक से टोका से बालक who was 16 years old, to whom the writer feared. राइटर डरुले ताकू. रेड वाज बिग एंड ब्रोड शोल्डर्ड बियॉन्ड हिज इयर्स. से देखा बहुत शक्तिशाली था, तार बयस अनुसार अधिका बलशाली देखा जाऊला एंड वाज वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग. Red walked and his nickname was Red, as I mentioned you. Red walked masterfully up and down our street. गोटे माने डॉन मान जेम विलेन मान जेम चलती से सेम भला चलुतला in the street, and it was very dangerous on the part of the children like the writer. So legs, how did he walk, what was and how was his walking style? Legs wide and with a slightly trolling gait like a seaman on his deck. गोड़ को पूरा व्हाइट करी चलुला एज ए डॉन जमती आम गोटे कौचु फिल्म तेलुगु फिल्म विलियन भाया से भाया चलुला से. So how what was his physical structure, that is mentioned here clearly, and we are not going to discuss it in detail, but still I am telling you something. From under his cape, its peak always at the back of his head. तार चुटी मुठा माने चुटी कौन होता ये रोला तार पछाड़े रोला ताकू बांधिक रखुला. His fur look tumbled down a fairy cascade, and but it was a very dangerous look. If you watched right, it was too difficult task on the part of the children's like the writer. राइटर भाई छोट छोट शिशु मान देखा बहुत डर लगुला से देखापी, तो बहुत भयंकर चेहरा था. आउट ऑफ हिज राउंड पॉक मार्केट फेस, मुँह सारा तार चिन्ह हो जाता. ग्रीन आईज तार था लाइक अ कैट्स, गोटे गोटे कैट्र आखि भाई गोटे बिलेर आखि भाई तार आखि शाइनिंग करूला. एंड इट वाज लाइक ग्रीन आईज स्पार्कल्ड विथ स्कॉर्न फॉर एवरीथिंग एंड एवरीवन. समस्त गोटे बड़ डेंजरस शाइनिंग थिला थ्रू आउट हिज फेस. 2 or 3 lieutenants कहले सहयोगी, तार साइड रे 3टा सहयोगी थिले इन पिक्ड कैप्स बैक टू फ्रंट लाइक रेड स्ट्रिप्ड एट हिज हिल्स. से माने भी रेड भली रेड को सपोर्ट करथिले फॉर हिज वर्क एंड एक्टिविटीज देयर इन द स्ट्रीट. सो रेड कुड स्टॉप एनी बॉय एंड से इम्प्रेसिवली द वन वर्ड मनी. रेड रो काम थिला कोन, व्हाट वाज हिज एक्टिविटी इन द स्ट्रीट, दैट ही यूज्ड टू फोर्स मनी टू एनीवन. जेकोसी लोक को भी से अटके कि फोर्स करूला पैसा दियो बोलिक. इट वाज हिज डेली वर्क एंड टू द 3 lieutenants हेल्प्ड हिम. 3टा ताकू सहयोग करुले फॉर हिज वर्क. एंड इफ एनीवन रेजिस्टर्ड नॉट, जदि कहीं नदेला ताहले से कौन करुला, ही और एंड हिज कंपेनियंस यूज्ड टू बीट देम अप हार्ड. ताकू बहुत जोर रे मारुले से माने. His lieutenants would turn out the boy's pocket. If anyone denied to give money or pay money, they used to search his pockets or that boy's pocket. से पिलार से लोक मान पॉकेट को अंडाड़ुले से मैंने, एंड देन ଯଦି ନ ଦେଉଥିଲେ ତାକୁ ମାରୁଥିଲେ ସେମାନେ। Everyone was afraid of Red. In this way the writer has mentioned and said his experience that how everyone was in fear of Red. ସମସ୍ତେ କିଭଳି ରେଡ୍କୁ ଡରୁଥିଲେ। So I knew he carried a heavy metal conkeal duster in his pocket. ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ ଅସ୍ତ୍ର ରଖୁଥିଲା which was made of stone, ଗୋଟେ ପଥର ତିଆରି ଗୋଟେ ଅସ୍ତ୍ରକୁ ସେ ପ୍ୟାକେଟ୍ ଭିତରେ ରଖୁଥିଲା କିଏ ରେଡ୍, and that is why everybody was in fear of Red. କାଳେ ସେ ମାରିଦେବ ସେଥିପାଇଁ। and ସେ କ'ଣ କରୁଥିଲା, I knew that he carried a heavy metal conkeal duster in his pocket. ତା ପକେଟ୍ରେ ଗୋଟେ conkeal duster ନାମକ ଗୋଟେ ୱେପନ୍ ଧରିକି ସେ ବୁଲୁଥିଲା। So we have discussed second unit 2 and we are moving the next unit.